Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading forecast for the week ahead, May 13 to May 19, 2019. This reading is going to be for all Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign. Gemini already shuffled, laid out your spread. We're going with the Celtic cross. So let's take a look at what's going on for you, Gemini. So, Gemini, at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles. This is the energy that you should be focusing on. Okay, this needs to be your focus, the King of Pentacles. And underneath that, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So with this energy, you may be focusing, or you need to focus on managing perhaps your money and finances, or managing your home and family. But there's a need for you to focus on maintaining stability and security around what you are working on or creating. Perhaps you are needing to focus on someone embodying this King of Pentacles energy that needs your support in order for stability and security to be maintained with regard to someone embodying this King of Pentacles energy. This could be someone that's in your family. This could be someone that you're dealing with in a relationship, whether this relationship is a love relationship, a business relationship. But there's a need for you to focus on the King of Pentacles energy. Now, with this being your focus, this is about you focusing on what you need to manage, what you need to secure, what you need to sustain, what you need to create, what you need to build, what you need to keep in order. And it's around your money and finances, and it's around your home and family. This also could have to do with work. So how you see yourself, Gemini, is you have the moon. So with this energy of the moon, this is a major arcana. This is water energy. I feel like emotionally you may be experiencing mixed emotions. You may be experiencing uneasiness. You may be feeling where one minute you may be happy, next minute you may not be happy. You know, things may not exactly be clear for you, but also there may be a need for you to try to tap into your intuition and allow yourself to be guided by that. But with this moon energy, I feel that Gemini, you may likely be experiencing some intense emotions because things may not be clear to you. You may not see everything, and you like to have things clear cut. You like to have all the cards on the table. So there may be some hidden aspects to what you're dealing with in the week ahead, and it gives you an air of uneasiness. But definitely there is some fluctuating emotions here that you're experiencing, some mixed emotions, perhaps with your focus to, this King of Pentacles, with what you need to manage, with what you need to secure. Now, the suggestion here with the King of Pentacles for you as it relates to the moon is there's a need for you to ground yourself in the week ahead, to ground your emotions as well, so that you can see things clearly, so that your intuition won't be off. There may be a need for you to look at things from an introspective space where you may need to reflect on things in order to proceed. Okay, you may be experiencing some uncertainty in the week ahead, or seeking to have to be certain on things. To you may need to rely on your instincts, but there's an air of mystery for you about what you are dealing with, perhaps around a person embodying this King of Pentacles energy, or just how things have to work out over the course of the week that you may be uncertain of, Gemini. So Gemini, what's on your mind? You have this Three of Pentacles. So with the Three of Pentacles here, this is earth energy. You focus on what you need to work on in order to have a firm foundation, how you need to build things up. You may need to work with other people with the focus on making sure things come together, work out what you need to create, what you need to be doing, who you need to do this with. You may not be happy about that with the moon. Okay, you might have mixed emotions about that as well. Um, you may have some uneasiness with this also, maybe some uncertainty. But what's on your mind is you're trying to have a firm foundation. You're trying to work on things. You may be trying to create something new. You may even be thinking about work and what you need to do at work and how you need to build things up at work, um, or perhaps work with others and cooperate with others. But because this is just one person in this image, I feel this is more about you and what you are thinking about that needs to be done and worked on, embodying this energy of the King of Pentacles or dealing with someone embodying the energy of the King of Pentacles with the focus of having stability and security in your physical world, whether this is money, work, relationships, home, family. Now, in the recent past, Gemini, you have the Nine of Cups. Lovely. So, in the recent past, with the Nine of Cups, you were able to get satisfaction with something, perhaps connected to family or relationship, or just something that you were able to have emotional gratification around, where there was a measure of wish fulfillment for you. And so, in the recent past, you were very happy about something. Something happened that you felt some sort of achievement or attainment around, but it was like a wish come true or just some real huge satisfaction behind it. But again, it may be connected to family, a relationship, or just something that you was, wishing to obtain and that happened for you in the recent past. So your situation is you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is perhaps what happened for you in the recent past. You were able to attain something that was of abundance, something that was a measure of prosperity for you, a resource. This could have been money or something that you wanted to bring into form, bring into being in your world, and you were able to do so. It's here now. You've attained it. This, whatever this represents for you, you were able to manifest it. So there's something new you were able to create in your world and make happen and bring to life. And now it's here in your foundation. And what's on your mind perhaps is that there's maybe still a need to work on it so that it remains firm and grounded and remains viable for you, Gemini. Perhaps that is the concern with the moon. There's a measure of uneasiness because even though you were able to manifest this, even though you're happy about this, even though this is a wish for you, you may still have more work to do with the King of Pentacles, where you have to manage the situation to keep it stabilized, to grow the situation, okay, so that it remains secure for you and is secured for you. And so with the moon energy here, you may have mixed emotions about how much you have to put into the situation to keep it keep it firm and keep it growing, that you've built, and keep it building, maintaining whatever momentum that has started here with this Ace of Pentacles. Now, where you're at, Gemini, is you have the Seven of Wands. So you're experiencing some challenges or you're on guard, okay, where you feel challenged right now by this. Whatever it is you have to do, you're feeling challenged by the work you have in mind or that you have to have in mind around this, okay? As it has to do with this new resource, this new gain that has come into your existence that needs more nurturing and attention to remain viable, to thrive, to grow, that can have a firm foundation and remain planted and secure. And so you may be feeling challenged by this, by the responsibilities that comes with it. This may be you nurturing someone or needing to be more support or having more responsibilities. And you may have mixed emotions by that or experiencing a measure of uneasiness. Or perhaps you have some uncertainty about, how long you have to do whatever you need to do in your part in this, or you may experience some mixed emotions because you may not like what you have to do that is your part in this. So your challenge, Gemini, is you got the King of Swords. So with the King of Swords, this is mental energy. Okay, Master of his suit. And the King of Swords, the challenge here is there's a need for you to operate from a place of wisdom. There's a need to operate from a place of logic. There's a need to plan. There's a need to strategize. There's a need to be fair and firm. But I also feel that there's a challenge with you needing to come to terms with what it is that you need to do. There also is a need for you to, I feel that you may be feeling challenged by, because the King of Swords, while he can be clear-minded, he can be objective, he can be very detached from his emotions, causing him to come off as cold and uncaring. So I feel that you may be challenged by the lack of compassion, the lack of appearing uncaring, the lack of appearing cold and distant in your behavior, attitude, and conduct, because you do have the moon energy here. Okay, so you may be experiencing intense emotions and having trouble with grounding that energy. Okay, with the King of Pentacles, due to whatever it is that you are needing to stabilize or secure or manage in your world as it relates to finances, home, family, relationship, or someone in particular, or even could be to do with work. And so the challenge may be that, to be mindful, to show some compassion, to show a little more care, to show a little more support, to not be so rigid and only just stuck on the logistics of things, just the bottom line. To give a fuck about the process, if others are involved, you do have the Three of Pentacles. With whatever has been brought into form here, if others are involved or directly involved in this, there may be a need to show more support. There may be a need to show more compassion. There may be a need to be a little more sensitive and caring towards others or the process, so that others are feeling that they're supported or feeling nurtured in the situation, or some measure of, feeling that, they matter. It feels like someone feels like they need to matter, or that there's a need for you to act like or be mindful, to treat the situation more than just like a surgical procedure or just a matter of fact, but that your heart and feelings need to show in this from a caring side, from a compassionate side. It's like you need to have a bedside manner. Okay? Now in the future you have, come on, Gemini, what the hell is this Eight of Swords? You got the Eight of Swords in the future. Okay? This here is mental energy. Now this is either you being trapped in your mind, okay? And this is, if you're trapped in your mind, this could be you trapping yourself in your mind by your own thoughts. Or it is possible for you to feel trapped by a situation. But if you are trapped by a situation, it usually is because you feel restricted or limited by it. Okay? Eight of Swords is not exactly about being trapped so much as you thinking you are. And so with this energy, you may be concerned about how to have things stay in line or keep them lined up, and how to maintain success in your actions and complete things and maintain harmony, or you may need to focus on maintaining harmony. But this is about you focusing on coming out of limitations and restrictions in your mind, coming out of the limitations and restrictions in your circumstances that you are placing in your mind about them, and focusing on more from a place of being grounded in how to work through things, okay, and seeing things from the perspective of perhaps using your intuition and allowing yourself to be guided in the situation. There may be a need for you to be more receptive in the situation in order to have more harmony, in order for you to not feel so restricted or confined by your circumstances or your duties or by the needs of others, if this is what this is, or by what you may need to do. Because this is about you taking the blindfold off and seeing things truly what's in front of you, and being able to see that, you are possibly what's limiting in the situation and what's limiting in the way you're thinking, and that what's going on, is you're perfectly capable of working on and building a firm foundation around if you just decide to get out of your head with this Eight of Swords energy and just go ahead and see how you can work on things and come from that attitude of focusing on what it is that you're trying to create and have in a situation and build here, with the focus of having that security, having that stability, okay? Having, look at this, all this abundance, all this goodness here, okay? Change your perspective, Gemini. And so how you're being seen by others is the Six of Pentacles. And with this energy, this is about give and take. So you may be being seen as someone who's either giving more in a situation or needs to give more in a situation. But however you are giving, I feel that people see you as reluctant to do, because if you notice, this guy is busy doing, and there's people with their hands out, there's money flowing, yeah, so this person may well be giving, but they're not really paying attention to the people that's in need or that's being given to. So people appreciate receiving help, but wouldn't it be better to know that the help you're receiving is because the help wants to give the help, want to be helpful? So are you doing that, Gemini? Are you giving off the energy? Are you displaying that you want to be of help and give help? I get it. Maybe you don't. But, depending on who you are giving or needing to give to, especially if this is family or significant relationships and partnerships that are of a matter to you, you might want to be more mindful about how you appear to people in what you are doing in your giving or your helpfulness, because you may want to match up what you're doing and how you appear. I hope that makes sense. But this is about you being seen as giving more or needing to give more, with the focus of trying to keep things under control, maintain balance. Now, what's going on within you, inside you, okay, is the Four of Pentacles. More earth energy here. So what's going on within you, Gemini, is this feels like a bit of stuck energy. Okay. It feels like you are focusing on control, you controlling stability and security, yes. But that you may be hoarding a little or a lot around what matters to you in money, security, and stability. But also I feel what's going on within you is that you may be a little stuck within, where I feel that it's a little difficult for you to give of yourself. I feel that it's difficult for you to give of yourself emotionally, or you are finding it a little difficult to give more of yourself in terms of being a support to whatever needs are required of you at this time. I feel like there's um, more needed of you in the week ahead, okay, than you desire to have to do. And I feel like this is just something you don't want to fucking do right now, that you don't want to have to really give right now. And it's showing on the outside a little bit, I feel, but on the inside, this is you. Um, you may be limiting, controlling what you give, with the focus on doing as little as possible to maintain stability and security. You probably may be trying to do as little as possible as it relates to the needs of others or the support of others in their emotions or nurturing, perhaps. Perhaps, could be. But this here is a bit of a stuck energy, a bit of a, because holding on to all those pentacles and not, you're just trying to hold on to everything. You're holding on to everything. This is like mine, mine, mine. So, I feel like there's a need for you to be a little more interested in giving of yourself. And it may be uncomfortable, but as it has to do with relationships, in order for relationships to have what is called a firm foundation, you have to work on it. And that means you have to work on that stuck energy, okay? Because, for things to move, you have to, release, let go, give more of yourself. You have to be more cooperative, be more of a support for things to have a firm foundation, to be able to be built on and for it to work. And so you may want to consider doing that, because your outcome, Gemini, as well as this is your advice, is you have the Knight of Cups. So I feel that this Ace of Pentacles that is your situation is not only something new that comes into being, into form, that appears to need you to work on it to firm it up so that it can take root and grow, but that it turns into an opportunity for you. It turns into possibly even an offer, but this feels like an opportunity. It's something that has an emotional connection for you. All right? So this ace becomes your opportunity, but it does take you needing to work on it and build so you can firm it up, because this is new, a new resource that comes in, but it's a new resource that needs work for it to remain viable. Whether this is money, whatever this is, it takes work for it to be sustained right now. And if you do that, it does become the opportunity that you intended it to be with this Knight of Cups. But also, as your advice, this Knight of Cups is about you needing to offer more of yourself emotionally, or be more open to being of help, to offer more healing. Okay? I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.